Hello everybody, this is Molly. Wait till you see what the heck I have done now. I was so excited to make this. What is this, you ask? Well, I had seen several ladies making boxes, Kathy Arda and Laura Dennison and all those great artists, several others, of course Butterbee Scraps and all those other ladies that just do these creative things, and I thought, what the heck, let me see what I can do. So I got together some chipboard and I thought, well, I'm going to make myself a box and put a mini album in it. Of course, you know, there's no such thing as mini, I guess, in my vocabulary. My books just get bigger and bigger. So what I did was I actually made a box that's a drawer. Now this was starting out as a prototype, so I thought I'd be making corrections and, you know, just kind of, you know, it wouldn't actually work out the first time, but it started working out kind of good enough, so I just kept going and going and going, and there are some, you know, flaws in it, but for a prototype, I'm thinking it turned out pretty cute. Now, not only is it a box with a drawer, I saw a lot of ladies making easel cards, so what I did was I actually made it a box that has not only got a drawer, it's got a stand-up like an easel card thing, so it would just be real pretty on your desk and all. So let me take you through it real quick. My lighting may not be the best, but I'm hoping this is going to work out. Okay, so to start out with, you can see when I lift it up, let me zoom in just a little bit for y'all. Right there we've got one of the new Prima, it's one of their blings that was the vintage with their new, the Almanac collection, which is what the Almanac and the another collection that Prima had out recently, and the name will come to me in a minute, or the lines I used together. This is some lace that I dyed, of course, with Lindy Stamp Gang. This is some old satin ribbon. This is one of the pieces of Prima bling, and I just attached it. There's an OK & Company ledger paper that I tore and put together, and then this, so this is kind of what you see when you tilt it up, what holds it up. So it's boy, I wish I could remember the name of that other line. It's Almanac and Printery, I think, or something like that from Prima. It's just absolutely beautiful. One's in shades of kind of a bluish green, and one's in shades of you know, peachy pink and all, but they go together. So that is what you see when you're there. So you can imagine if you wrote a little love letter or a little note to yourself, and then when you close it, let me try to get in a little closer and show you some of the details there. Of course, it's just loaded down with Prima flowers and things I layered. This is a beautiful old piece of crochet work or tatting work that my mother gave me, a doily that I used. I used a white frame from Michael's and just framed one of the pieces of paper. And what my thought was is that I would actually put like a sepia colored or vintage, ooh, sorry about that, vintage, you know, photo, just kind of as if it was tucked in. Let me see if I can get my light turned a little bit away. Okay, let me see if I can get that light. Oh, it's my lamp overhead. Sorry, guys. Anyway, so imagine just a sepia photo tucked in there. But anyway, so it's got Prima butterflies, Prima flowers, lots of Prima bling, and then I layered some of the paper on there. And then, of course, you can see the leaves, and I tucked in a little metal flower there. Got a lot of pretty things there, and actually tucked in a little bit of some of the paper has like little stamps on it and things. And then coming around here, you can see we're up at the top. I'm so sorry this video's turned out so bad. I used one of the mirrored elements from Prima, and then actually a brass bird cage, so it played off on the pretty bird cage theme that is on the paper. Underneath all these flowers there was a bird cage, but I've covered it up with all the stuff I put on the front and all. So anyway, let me see if I can back out and show you once again. So it is a box that actually stands up like an easel. So came out pretty cute. Okay, and then let me just take you around outside. What this is real quick is one of the crystal drawer knobs and all from that Michael's had. It's a pink color. This piece of metal is something I actually had off an old jewelry box that gave way after years. And then as you can see, I've just covered every side of the box with the pretty almanac paper, even the bottom. Okay, so when you open the drawer, which was wanting to come out because I was carrying a loppy doodle, you can see inside, and this is where I'm saying I guess you can't really call it a mini album, but I've got the album that goes with it. And let me move this out of the way. And of course, as you can see, the drawer comes completely out and I've lined it with paper top to bottom. That's just black on the bottom, and then the inside of the box I even lined, so when you pull the drawer out, it's still pretty on the inside. So I was just, I have to tell you, just kind of proud of myself that I had come, was able to construct this and all, but it just, yummy, yummy, turned out kind of cute. So let me take you through the book real fast. Y'all have seen these kind of constructions before. It was using Laura Dennison's Stack the Deck. Of course, it's covered with the pretty paper. This is just some seam binding that I dyed in the different shades of beiges and pinks. This layer right here, of course, this is some of the Prima lace with rhinestone trims I've cut up, some Prima flowers layered here. Steph O'Gal, who is one of my, I'm such a big fan of hers, so I tried to get a little more creative layer in some of the buttons and fibers and things, stuck a feather in there. This is one of the die cuts from the line, so it came out kind of cute. Another one of the die cuts from the line. And then I just chomped another piece of that Prima right there and put it on there. So there's the cover to the book. And then, of course, the book, probably not as exciting as it could be, but I just love the papers. So you can see where I used some different flowers and some of the, oh, is it going out of focus? Sorry, hold on, let it catch up there for a second. So I used some flowers, and again, here's kind of a Steph O'Gal influence. This is one of those flowers I got from Hobby Lobby that's a pretty pearl looking flower with etching in it. This was one of the gemstones I showed you in there, just layered an organza flower. These of course are recollections over one of the others. Piece of chipboard. And then the paper of course has the birdcage on it, so I just stuck a piece of Prima bling coming up as if that was the chain the birdcage was hanging on. Here's another piece of vintage tatting or lace work. And then I've got some flowers in from Frantic Stampers. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with this here. Let me go in a little closer. I got some flowers in from Frantic Stampers. Sorry, I'm trying to go so fast. And they had the beads and stuff on them, and then I just used a pretty piece of ribbon I had that's in a gray tone. These are the pieces I made that would tuck in that pocket. So I made just a little bit of a booklet that I thought was kind of cute, that tucks in there. And then this piece right here, of course you recognize the Prima packaging, and then I just stuck one of the stickers. This sticker is actually from a line from Colorbach, which comes from, I got from Joann's. It's a real pretty line. And so on the inside, I actually used the Tim Holtz pin nibs, which I thought are so cute. This is some stamps I got from Michael's, in their dollar bins. Had wings on them, but I actually just cut the stamp, the pin part out. So that makes a pretty piece right there. And then last, again, this is one of the pieces of paper straight from the line, just cut it and made it a tag, so they just tuck in there. So, and then of course, I'm just wild about these big pockets and big pages because I like big photos. So there's one of the pages there. You can see where I've used flowers and chipboard pieces to kind of doll it up. Okay, let me see if I don't want to bore y'all to death with this. Okay. Here's the next page. Again, that's some of the beautiful paper. That's from the Printery collection. This is an Anna Griffin piece of layered flower. It doesn't look like it's in focus to me. And then this is again one of the pretty Prima flowers. Prima flowers laid with the rose on there. And then of course just stickled the whole thing up as much as I could. Stuck some leaves. And you might not can see them there, but there's a button with a pearl on it. Stuck a button underneath there. Okay, this part I used a piece of lace that I had dyed with some colors from Lindy Stamp Gang, trying to get kind of a silver gray color. There's another piece of the Anna Griffin, just a little bit of stickles to doll it up in the paper, gorgeous. And then here's the piece from there. This is a piece from the chipboard collection from the Printer collection. Isn't that gorgeous? And again, that's from Frantic Stamper. And then there's the paper. So that's pretty. There's the next page. You recognize the Tim Holtz grunge board flourish, I'm sure, and I've just made it where something will stick behind it. There's some of the paper. So as you can see, I kind of went back between the papers from the two lines. One is from the Almanac, one is from the Printery, and they go pretty well together, so I liked them. Here's the piece in here, just kind of plain. This paper said the Remembering, it looked like ledger. I just rubbed on one of the pieces. You'll probably recognize those from the Michael's dollar bins, those rub-ons, but I thought it went well with the line. Okay, here's the next page. And this one, I just took this piece of paper and cut it across. Don't you love the little pattern and circles? Made myself an envelope. to put in there. And then I actually didn't make it the traditional way of an envelope where you fold the paper. I cut different pieces and put them together so that all of my writing would be right side up. You know, if I'd have cut this where it's right side up, if I'd have just flipped this up, it wouldn't have been. So I actually cut different pieces to make the envelope, knowing that you didn't need to see the back. It is loose, you know, on those sides, so I can get my tags. This is a piece of artwork that I got off Pinterest, or Pinterest, however you pronounce it. Beautiful. And then this was another piece. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. So I thought that was a cute little saying. And this was another piece of artwork I got off Pinterest under printables. Isn't that pretty? You just lined it with some of the paper. And then, of course, you can tuck pictures or a letter in the envelope and all. And then another big old giant tag in the paper, just so pretty. Nothing much to do there except show off the paper. Here's the next page. Got a piece of black lace. It's from, not I Am Roses. What's the other one? Wild Orchid Crafts. Just made a layering piece behind there for the mat. Here's the next piece. While this looks like all one piece of paper, I actually took a little piece of paper and glued it there to make a pocket, and just wanted to show off the pen and keys. And then again, this is from Pinterest, a piece of printable artwork I got. And I've actually laid it up to where I can tuck the picture behind there. You can see I cut out the flowers. So it's a tag shape, but the picture, when I get it in there, will actually tuck behind those flowers. Here's another piece that comes from the line. So I just cut it out. Again, let me do that. And those go in there. Did I show you the tag here? Not too much going on, but see how pretty the paper is. That's the Alma collection. Almanac collection from Prima. Isn't that beautiful? Just did a little bit of stamping on there. Nothing too exciting, but thought that was pretty to add a little interest. Next page is kind of plain, but I just made a little belly band type thing out of the paper. Another piece of printable artwork I got off Pinterest. And then the rest is just, this is some old journaling pieces I got from, Pink Paisley, I think, or something years ago. This is some of the paper, just so pretty. And it gets plain from here. A piece of black lace across the bottom. You can tuck something in here. Haven't quite gotten that far, but I've been so long recording, I thought I might want to get it on. And then here's the paper showing off. There was the bird cage that I was telling you about on the front of the album, but I covered it up with all the flowers. But the paper, the almanac paper, is just so rich with butterflies and bird cages and beautiful writings and graphics. Isn't that gorgeous? Love, love, love it. Okay, and then next, okay, so I was in Michael's, spent too much money, but they had a lace choker in the jewelry section that the lace looked like it was actually made to go with this paper, so I had to buy it. And it was long, not quite a yard long, but I just cut a piece there. This mat's glued down. Here's some more of the paper. Here's one of the last pieces here. You know, not too interesting there, but remember, it'll get covered up with pictures and journaling. And also, I don't do too much to those. And then the last page, just pretty paper. I was getting kind of tired, so I was giving up there. And then a little bit more of that bling from the front. Some more of the paper. Beautiful, beautiful. So that's the book. It's got some more work to be done to it, but I just wanted to get this on so y'all could see what I've done. I think it's awfully cute. And then again, as if I'm actually going to do this, let me throw all those things out of the way. Imagine I put them all back in. So you've got the box on your shelf. The book goes inside. Isn't that cute? And what I'm talking about, it's not quite, my drawer is not the best in the world, but it works pretty well. I need to put runners in there so it sits up. But okay, really, really, isn't that, I'm just cute. I think it's pretty cute. Can you imagine making a baby book out of that, or a wedding piece or something for your mom? Anyway, I hope you like it. Good hearing from all of y'all. I love all the comments y'all leave, ladies. I know I'm terrible about not responding, but they mean so much to me when y'all write those sweet comments. I need to sit down and reply to some of them. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you enjoy. Bye-bye.